Aquarius. Onto Aquarius. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Aquarius's highest good. Please can you give me 3 cards, one for Aquarius's past, present and future. Starting off with the past, please, when it comes to business, career, finance, education. The Knight of Wands in combination with the Page of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups can be an apology, but with the Knight of Wands, I would say it's more offering emotion that's positive. Like, with the Knight of Wands, it's like rushing in to a business opportunity, rushing into a new workplace, or rushing into a project, or rushing into investment. It's like because you want it, because you're passionate about it, because it makes you happy, the idea of it. I think there's major enthusiasm in the past when it comes to a workplace or colleagues or a team or a boss or subordinates in work, or, you know, if you look after children for a living or you care for elderly people. I think you did it with a lot of passion, a lot of energy, a lot of drive, and I think you loved on what you were doing in the past. I don't think it was something you thought twice about at all. It was like, I just know this is what I'm meant to do, and I really get a lot out of it because I put so much into it. What about the present? The Knight of Pentacles. So this is a much slower energy. The Knight of Pentacles is, I'm moving slowly because I want a future in something, and I'm going to be more considered about it. I'm going to be far slower about it. I'm going to take more time and more care. And I'm going to make decisions that are more practical. Okay? It's a more grounded energy. It's like, if I have to go snail paced with something, I will. But it's very, very carefully done. And therefore more sure, more secure. Okay? It's taking things slower and not kind of just flinging ourselves at stuff, you know, with haste. It's like, I want to slow this down, do it right. Okay, in the future, we've got the Justice. Okay, so the scales of justice. There's going to be divine justice when it comes to your career, your finance, your education. You're not kind of rushing in excitedly. You're going to take your time and invest in the right opportunities, the right projects. You're going to go about them in a more slow and steady manner, and this is your justice. Okay, it's going to pay off. What is the advice? Your advice is the Four of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. The Four of Pentacles is the miser. So take care with what you share with others. Take care where you put your energy, where you invest your time. Hold on to savings. Okay. You're going to get recognition for being more careful, for being slower, more considered, for being more thoughtful, for being more conservative, more traditional, slower. You'll get more respect and you will be noticed and you will be successful. So your approach is going to be more conservative. It's going to be, yeah, for some reason the 9 and 1s slid off and I wouldn't normally take it, but I just decided to look and something's been a challenge. But I think you're seen as someone who has a lot of passion and a lot of enthusiasm, but you're hasty and people might take that as foolish or like a short attention over things. And what they want is guaranteed investment, guaranteed slow, sure, steady, secure vibes, because that's slow, but it's reliable. And that's going to be the justice, is that you're going to show up as very balanced and it's going to be more intimidating to people. Does that make sense? It's going to be less loving and it's going to be more intimidating because it's like so secure, so sure. People will find it difficult to get one over you, to laugh at you, to belittle you, to see you as so friendly and non-threatening. They will be really unnerved at how like calm and balanced you are, and it'll be recognised by the right people, Aquarius. Okay, people higher up will be like, whoa. Conserve time, conserve money. Don't be so giving to others with your friendliness, with your emotion. Be sure, put your time into the right things, prioritise. You don't have to do everything and you don't have to do it with so much excitedness or passion. Go in a more practical manner and things will level off. Go slower, slow yourself down. Don't try to like put your energy into 25 different activities at once, because that scattered energy is what people observe and they go, but I know if I task that to so and so, they'll just know what to prioritise and they won't look like they're in a rush or out of breath. They won't look stressed out. They won't be coming in extra early or going home extra late. They'll just focus on that one task and they may take a bit longer doing it, but they've got it in the bag. It's just a different approach. It's a different way of doing things. And if you use that, your justice will be success. Think about how you come across to others and what they would want to see. Think about how a boss would want to see you move around a building. A captain of a ship has to walk slowly, smartly. They have to exude calm. Because if you see a captain of a ship running around out of breath, rushing, looking like things are too much, you just assume that they're not coping. Or if you see them trying to manage too many projects at the same time, you don't feel secure, in picking that person to head something really important, or you just want to see that they put off the smaller projects and the one major one, being in full focus. and slowly and surely like achieved, so that there's general slow and sure progress. Groundedness, Pentacles energy is like being down to earth. It's being out in nature. It's being someone that speaks only when they're sure what they would like to say. And it's someone who is just like a duck, you know, or a swan. Like they're just calm, even if they don't feel calm. It's better to be... It's about security. Pentacles is security. Someone who's in on time, but is grounded. They know that they need to pace themselves, you know, putting in effort incrementally and focusing on one thing at a time and being so predictable. Be so predictable. Yeah, people like predictability. They like knowing that that person's always going to be in, that they're always going to take care of the sort of like non-negotiable things and know what can wait. And then they also want to see that there's kind of clever ways, isn't there, to show progress. Like, you know, if you're in a school and you beautify the classroom, people read that instantly as like there's progress there. If you always have smart appearance and clean hair and nice clothes on, you know, there's predictability there. There's security there. It's like, well, I know they'll always look smart, or I know they'll always... And it's okay to have a down day or a wobble if most days you are just... People know what mood they're getting, don't they? With a Taurus, a Virgo or a Capricorn, you kind of can rely on that person being that way always, and it's quite reliable, it's quite predictable, it's quite routine, and that's what workplaces like, because they want to know what they're getting. And a Knight of Wands with a Page of Cups is like someone who's like, they're galloping so fast that the horse like trips over and they like fall at the first furlough, you know, or hurdle, because there's too much excitedness, there's too much scattered energy, it's too fiery. We need to slow that horse down. You know, it's like if you put a race car around a racetrack at the highest speed, an accident is inevitable, a fuck up's inevitable, and it's going to be catastrophic. If you move a race car around a track slowly and assuredly, it's going to make every single lap without issue, because it's going to be able to negotiate other cars, negotiate turns that come up that it hasn't made before. It's going to learn which way to do things the right way. It takes longer to get around the track, but there's no collisions, there's no mistakes, there's no fuck-ups. And if that person wanted to take on a higher speed, they would have rehearsed that track, they would know that track like the back of their hand. So this is like a lesson in not taking any wild leaps. It's not rushing. It's not kind of just thinking, well, if I care about it enough or love it enough, it can't fail. It's making sure. Okay, it's making sure. Okay, on to Pisces.